probably say I could probably say
Olá pessoal, acabei de chegar para o evento. E vamos lá, tá um vento do caramba aqui, mas vamos ver. Até que não tem muita gente aqui. Aqui a gente vai lá pro editório do Star Wars. Bora dar uma olhadinha, conteúdo exclusivo. Liga no canal, se inscreve. A gente chegou, né, finalmente, depois de uma fila gigante, uma maratona ali, lá na frente. Agora é só esperar. Até daqui a pouco, não pode filmar aqui, porque é conteúdo exclusivo. Até mais. Fala pessoal, a gente acabou de ver o painel do Star Wars exclusivo, um trailer exclusivo, fenomenal. Tem um pôster lá que foi incrível. É o segundo filme para a geração nova e promete. Agora a gente tá aqui nos stands. Deixa eu mostrar um pouco para vocês. Vamos lá, eu quero ver o painel da Netflix. Bora ver aqui, o Netflix tá muito animado, velho. Tem gente muito Netflix. Aí amanhã.
Aqui o palco do Netflix tá descobrindo talentos, hein?
Agora eu queria pedir também uma mão pra vocês aí embaixo que estão arrebentando e tá ajudando pra caramba. Show de bola, animação boa também, tá? Vamos lá, galera, ajuda aí. E de onde veio, né? Ali, eu tô daqui de Recife.
Meu nome é André, sou de Natal.
Show de bola. E Ali e Andrei já passaram aí, já viram nossas outras atividades aí da Netflix. Ainda não, quando a gente tá indo daqui, pode passar lá que tá show de bola as atividades. Muito massa. E as atividades que vai trazer também a nossa estética, cada um aí.
E ainda tá rolando, galera, ainda tá rolando o Netflix Quiz. Você coloca o celular no modo avião, conecta a rede Wi-Fi, Netflix Quiz, entra no site netflixquiz.com.br e participa das brincadeiras de perguntas e respostas sobre as nossas séries, tá certo? E também vale muitos prêmios, vale prêmio, filme, super prêmio, tá certo? Aí, galera, vamos participar, hein?
E daqui agora do karaokê da Netflix no palco, vamos lá com WhatsApp!
Aí, quem sabe quem não sabe, levanta a mãozinha. Olha lá, o cara é apaixonado. É isso aí. Beija na boca, que é gostoso, hein?
Ajuda mais! Into the lake in the morning and a step outside and I'm taking the breath and I'm high enough. What's going on? And I say, yeah, 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 yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? I say, yeah, 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 yeah. I say, hey, what's going on?
Até pro menino. A série que mais amo na vida. Ei. Ó. Best. Best Mister. Master. Mas fizeram sacanagem com o brasileiro. Essa temporada nem vai ter Brasil. Ó. Opa. A fila é gigantesca. Dá uma foto de um assassino aqui, ó. Dá uma foto. Caralho, outra coisa legal aqui, você fica meio perdido pra saber o que você vai fazer. Tentar ganhar algum brinde aqui no painel da Netflix. Fala pessoal, acabei de ganhar 32.
Superfest.
Tá muito bom, muito bom. Dá uma olhadinha aqui no mundo geek. Fechou já, ô? Tem mais quadrinhos aqui na frente. Ah, né? Jogar aqui já. Okay. My actual picture. Experiência inesquecível. Espero que o áudio fique bom. Eu tô sem microfone. Pra quem gosta e tem dinheiro pra comprar, beleza. Tem o dinheiro pra comprar, não. É caro, velho. E também você quer uma coisa de qualidade, você tem que pagar, velho. Aí, então assim. Tá bem lotado, velho. Tem um potencial gigante pra se tornar fixo. Nós estamos usando realidade virtual aqui, ó. Experimentar. Apoio de fora que vai ter o stand do Jedi. É um barulho do caramba, acho que não consigo ouvir, mas.
CCXP, Nordeste, patrocínio,
A galera vai fazendo desenho aqui, ó. Mari, na foto, agora. Nada novo. Onde eu tava, fiquei gigante, velho. Tem muita coisa pro cara fazer aqui. Tem coisa pra caramba. Vamos lá, vamos lá. Falta. Vê o Richard aí.
Já que a gente vai começar aqui, já vamos partir direto para a primeira imagem. Eu queria mostrar aí.
Bora começar isso aqui? Como eu já vim falar com vocês antes, eu não vou enrolar. Eu já vou chamar logo o que vocês querem ver. Então vamos receber com muito amor, muito carinho, muito barulho, Richard Speight Jr. Thank you for that.
My pleasure. How are we? This is awesome. And eventually, small movies started coming through Nashville. And now, Nashville does a lot more. The series Nashville comes there, and many other productions are there. But back then, not much came through. And so when things would come to town, I would audition. And I was lucky enough to get a few parts. And that's where I got my break into doing professional acting. I started in Nashville.
Muito interessante. E você, apesar de você ter tido essa experiência estranha quando você tinha 5 anos, tem alguma outra história que você tem curiosa para contar desses seus anos de carreira e que você fala, essa foi peculiar?
Yeah, you mean in terms of doing conventions and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting side, career to having worked on a show like Supernatural. Supernatural. Oh, you've heard of it. Supernatural has this, enormous, passionate fan base, of which you are many. And it's super cool, it's so great. And it has this cottage industry built around it, which is conventions. And what's been great for me there is that I basically became great friends with the cast of Supernatural traveling. Because when you come in to do an episode, you get to hang out with the guys, you meet them, you meet the crew, you guys have a great 8 days, but it's only 8 days for one episode. Whereas conventions, we've been traveling around together for years now. So really, that's how I know. And I never really, until I directed Misha, I never really worked with him. You know Misha? And that's how I got to know Matt Cohen, Rod Benedict, all those guys. We all became great friends from traveling. So that's been the greatest gift the show's given me, aside from my experience acting in the show, which is great, is the friendships I've made along the way that have been part of this road tour that we are all part of.
Aproveitando que a gente está falando de Supernatural, então eu queria assistir a sua primeira cena na série. Vamos ver?
You should come on. Well, I agree with that.
That fight you guys had outside, that was a trick? Not bad. You want to see a real trick? I did not want to have this.
I'll tell you something about that day. It was the first day I shot on Supernatural, was that scene. And I'd never seen the show, I'd never heard of the show. I really didn't know what the hell I was supposed to be doing. And the first angle they shot in that scene was on me. Basically sitting where you are, in a theater. So imagine that we're scantily clad women and we're beating up Dean. That's what I'm watching the first day. And I had to sit there and just pretend to react to things that I didn't know were going to happen. I knew that Jensen got beat up by women. I didn't know what was going to actually happen, so I literally sat there in the audience with the camera on me going, ooh. Ah! Wow, that's going to hurt. I always found that interesting.
Toda a sua participação em Supernatural tem um tom muito engraçado, porque você é um trickster por um tempo ali. Você tem alguma experiência com comédia? Gosta de fazer comédia? Qual é a diferença entre essas duas coisas? O que você prefere fazer?
Interesting. In terms of prefer, I don't really have a preference. I think this supernatural character, for me, is the best of both worlds. And I'm not just saying that to suck up to Supernatural fans who are all here in the audience. It actually is the best of both worlds for me because I have done a lot of comedy in my career and I've done a lot of drama. So what the rarity is when you get to combine both. So if I'm doing a sitcom or an indie film that's a comedy or whatever, you're going after the joke. If you're doing a drama, not all moments in drama are heavy, but usually the overreaching storyline has some gravity to it that requires you to play appropriately. Whereas this show afforded me the opportunity to be both dark and light. I could be funny, loose, but there's always a through line of story and mythology that was heavy. And that's a rare gift to get in episodic television when you're just a guest star. It was a really great opportunity. And I loved it. And so for me, I don't have a preference, but if I had to pick one or the other, I I would pick this design, which is getting very both sides of the coin in one character.
E tem um episódio que você faz que se chama Changing Channels, que é um dos melhores da série, na minha opinião. Eu tenho uma cena dele também. Vamos assistir?
I am the trickster. But there you're not. Maybe you've always been an angel.
A what? Somebody slip a Mickey in your power shake here?
I'll tell you what. You just jumped out of a holy fire. And we'll call it our mistake.
Well played, boys. Well played.
Esse é um episódio muito diferente, porque ele passa por vários formatos diferentes de TV. Como foi para você gravar um episódio como esse, poder passar por tudo isso de uma vez só? Assim?
That was so great. Playing, it was a very ambitious script to have so many styles of television represented. And I remember specifically, it was written by a guy who then later became showrunner for the show, Jeremy Carver, who took over for Sarah Gamble as showrunner. So he's been heavily entrenched in that world forever. And Charles Beeson directed it. And it's just a fabulous episode of TV because they pull so many genres in. People talk about this episode a lot. It's a well-liked episode in the fandom. And I think one of the things that works so well is, obviously, from a mythology point, the fact that Gabriel, or the trickster, reveals himself to be Gabriel was a major story point that season. And for the big 5-year arc of that show, big deal. But the way they did it, again, using humor as their guide, was just so well done. I mean, the Dr. Sexy bit is super funny. The spoof on CSI with the sunglasses, and they're all being super serious, was so great. I thought Sam being the kid car was super funny. And then who can forget Jared Padalecki being hit in the balls on Japanese television? You're welcome. That's still a classic moment in the show. And I mean, Charles, who directed it, did a great job getting the styles right of those shows. You know, we did a sitcom. They built a set that looked like a sitcom. We shot it, like a sitcom. There wasn't, but it was built, but they had the laugh track, and, they had everything else going for us in the final cut. And it just, all of us have done sitcoms, especially Jensen and myself in our earlier career. So we knew what that felt like to walk out, wait for laughs and all that. We were able to sort of pull from that experience. It was great. I mean, it's such a well-done episode.
E nesse sentido, entre sitcom, estúdio, qual você prefere, por exemplo? Porque sitcom você tem o calor da galera aqui, sabe, perto de você. No estúdio você está um pouco distante, com as câmeras. Qual você prefere?
It's interesting because when you do a sitcom and you're going for comedy, this is better because you have, it's more like theater. You get instant gratification, or you sense your failure instantly. In terms of reaction from the crowd, it's fantastic. It's one of the great gifts that we get doing conventions. Because doing conventions, we get to take a show that doesn't have an audience live with us and go interact with a live audience that loves the show. I think to have a live audience watch the shoot a Supernatural would be incredibly boring for the crowd, quite frankly. Because shooting dramas is a much more methodical and long process. You'd be fascinated for a couple of hours, and then you'd be over at the snack table killing time, because eventually you run out of interest. So
It takes a long time, right?
It takes a long time. It takes a long time, and a lot of repetition. And so I think I enjoy both worlds because it depends on the project. Doing a comedy with an audience would be weird, but doing a drama with an audience would be equally weird.
Yeah, I think it would be weirder, right?
Yeah, it'd be much weirder.
Aproveitando que a gente está nesse assunto, eu acho curioso o drama, porque vocês sendo uma série de 24 episódios, vocês filmam bastante coisa e é rápido, né? Mais rápido que o
you get 8 days to shoot an episode. 8 days, 12 hours a day, maybe 14 hours. May sound like a lot of time, but it's not. If you think about it in terms of feature films, a feature film script is usually about 110 pages. Maybe if it's a giant script, it's bigger than that. But let's say it's 100 to 110 pages. We're shooting half that, 45 to 50 pages. Only a budgeted feature film will have 6 weeks. We get 8 days. So it's incredibly ambitious what that show tackles in terms of its subject matter. Keep in mind that Supernatural also, unlike a more procedural show like a CSI or those type of shows, this show has visual effects, special effects, stunts galore. Like, it has, every episode has something. You have to create new creatures in the visual effects department. It's just an enormous undertaking. And I'm sure some of that exists in other shows as well, like CSI and other dramas, but every week they tackle these huge filmic tasks and just do such a great job.
Tem o Richard é uma pessoa muito querida.
Thank you, everybody!
Painel do Weeks, do Gabriel e Supernatural. Muito legal o painel dele. O cara fala, respondendo algumas perguntas e coisa mais. Galera, o evento acabou, consegui fazer alto material de trabalho e vai sair conteúdo de qualidade no meu canal. E se liga aí no canal, se você não é inscrito, se inscreve, dá um like que ajuda muito, compartilha com os amigos e valeu!